Hey everyone, and welcome to this episode of Previews Reviews, which takes a look at some of the coming attractions of comic books and pop culture merchandise that will be hitting the shelves of your local comic shop in the near future. So I'm going to get it kicked off, Ricky, with information about The Saviors, issue number 1. Eisner Award winner James Robinson from Starman and Earth 2 and artist extraordinaire Jay Bone, who also worked on The Rocketeer, Hollywood Horror, and The Spirit, present an all-new saga of monstrous alien horror. When Tomas Ramirez stumbles upon an extraterrestrial conspiracy to take over the world, his life is changed forever. He must now seek out those few souls who share this terrible knowledge. But even united, how can they hope to defeat a shadowy alien cabal that is both indestructible and eager to kill anyone who threatens it?
Ooh, evil alien cabals.
Yes.
Whoa, they went to the thesaurus for that one.
They did. They were like, what do we do to describe a group of bad aliens?
A cabal.
Evil alien cabal. So what do you think of this premise?
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Jay Bone,
Jay Bone's awesome.
and you know what else? He was in Monstrosity.
He's in Monstrosity. He was in True Patriot.
I've never met him, though.
No, neither have I. I've seen him in passing.
You're like, hey, Jay Bone.
I've seen him from afar.
He's like, whoa.
I've shouted out to him in long passageways.
I've done that to a lot of people, too.
Yeah.
Jeff Lemire, Francis Manville.
I've ran alongside a train he was on, trying to wave
Whoa.
goodbye to him.
Whoa.
And
As he's like...
yeah, he
spits
just
out
had
the
his head
window.
down. It was weird. But he's fantastic at what he does. And his art's really awesome. He's got this real retro style to it that I really like. Are alien invasion stories a little played out, though?
Not nowadays. No, if it was a zombie story, then it'd be played out. But I think...
But even with zombie stories, like, I find that they can come up with new and interesting ways of doing them.
Name one.
Afterlife with Archie.
Jeez, you're just saying
Right?
that.
James Robinson is, he's mostly been working for Marvel and DC over the last little while. And with this series, he said in interviews that it's great to be doing a series where anything goes, where a character can seem the main focus for several issues, only to die suddenly. So, wait a second. Is he telling us that this Thomas Ramirez guy he talks about as the main character, is he going to die in like the first few issues?
Probably, yeah.
I look forward to that. Sounds cool.
There's no main character.
That'd be tough, though. I mean, like, as a creator of non-mainstream properties yourself,
As a
do
creator,
you ever see yourself doing that? You know, putting all this work into making a main character, launching a book with that character, and then killing that person off
yeah.
almost immediately.
The second issue, I was gonna kill that Trevor guy, the small guy,
Really?
Yeah.
That guy's so awesome.
but I was gonna kill him because it was very hard to write his accent.
But he's good comic relief.
Yeah, but he's very hard to write, so I was like, this guy's gonna die, but he hasn't died yet, so.
That's good.
So
We'll
he
have to-
probably won't die.
Ricky, of course, is talking about his book Black Hole Hunters Club,
Right?
which is nearing issue 3. And so far, no main characters have died.
Not yet.
So The Saviors number 1 comes out in December 2013. So make sure you add that to your pull list at your local comic shop. Next up is a statue from DC Collectibles.
We have the Batman black and white statue by Gary Frank. The version of the Dark Knight featured in the best-selling original graphic novel Batman Earth 1 by writer extraordinaire Jeff Johns and fan-favorite artist Gary Frank is the newest stunning addition to the long-running line of Batman black and white statues. Measures approximately 7 inches tall. Oh man.
Do you like these black and white
Yeah,
statues?
they're really awesome, especially like the silly ones, like that fat Batman one.
Yeah?
That's awesome.
You really like that one?
Yeah, that was really cool.
What about the Paul Pope black and white statue?
The Paul Pope one was good, and the what's his name, the Mike Mignola one.
Mike
so
Mignola
good.
was awesome too, yeah.
Yeah, those three. If I get those,
It'd be pretty hard to get now. Well, they wouldn't be hard to get, but you just
That's
have to
okay.
pay more for
I'll
them.
just read Batman Black and White. That'll satiate my desire.
Your
Have
desire?
you been reading that?
No,
it's
is it
so
good?
It's so good.
Yeah?
It's like
Is it all
it's
short
great.
stories, or
Yeah.
is it a connected
No,
story?
it's short stories. It's great.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
I like that. I like what they did with Adventures of Superman, doing a bunch of Superman short stories. So yeah, I'll have to check out Batman Black and White.
So good.
Gary Frank, the guy whose art this is based on, is an amazing artist. most known recently in DC Comics for his work with Superman, but he also did an awesome run with Midnight Nation and Supreme Power, which he worked on with J. Michael Straczynski before coming over to DC. The statue's awesome. His look for Batman Earth 1 was great.
Yeah.
It was a very well done book.
The only thing was they didn't black out his eye, like around his eye, and it looked kind of weird.
Yeah, well, Gary Frank, one of the great things about Gary Frank is the eyes of the people that he illustrates. If you notice, all of his characters have very distinct eyes, and that's one of the main tip-offs for me with a Gary Frank character. How I know it's Gary Frank drawing is I look at the person's eyes. So I can kind of see why he went with the decision to
Maybe
not have the eyes. But that was weird for you?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he looks too weird. He looks like a human. I was like, what?
Well, maybe he's all about humanizing Batman.
I guess.
This statue is going to be $79.95. It ships in March 2014. Pre-orders need to be in at your local shop by November 1st. And you can check out our online store if you'd like to pre-order it through us. Rover Red Charlie, issue number 1. When a worldwide epidemic suddenly rids the earth of all humans, what happens to man's best friend? Garth Ennis, the master wordsmith of Preacher and Crossed, delivers a story like no other as a band of canines set out to survive on their own for the first time. This is the story of 3 best friends at the end of the world. Charlie was a helper dog and he was real good at getting his feeders safely around. Now he and his pals Rover and Red must escape the failing New York City and find their way in this new order. Ennis applies his incredible talent for creating rich and complex characters to a whole new species, with this shockingly original tale that is fully painted by Michael DePasquale, available with a regular, wraparound, and a Dog Days order incentive cover by series artist Michael DePasquale. What do you think of this?
It's crazy, man. It sounds nuts.
Sounds pretty cool, and I'm just curious as to how Garth Ennis is going to handle this subject matter. The guy that brought us books such as Crossed and Preacher and The Boys.
Yeah. But I mean, it's got a long tradition. Like We Three, Pride of Baghdad,
Beasts of Burden. Beasts of Burden is a great all animal series, watercolored by Jill Thompson and written by Evan Dorkin. It's fantastic. I highly recommend Beasts of Burden to anyone out there who is into the paranormal and animals, because it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, like, you can't really go wrong because dogs are super cute. So
they are. Everybody loves dogs.
Can't go wrong.
And, Garth Ennis calls this a horror survival drama. So all I'm saying is nothing bad better happen to these dogs. Because you know what? When bad things happen to dogs in literature and in movies and in comics, it upsets people. I know it gets me upset.
It's true.
Sometimes, and this is crazy, but sometimes when I see like a dog being mistreated, I get more upset than when I see like a person being mistreated.
Yeah, I know. I hear.
But
what you mean.
I know it's messed up, but that's just.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Just let it all out. It's okay.
And that scene in I Am Legend when that dog died.
Spoiler alert.
That's like the movie was going so good up until that point. Friggin' dog had to die. Like, damn you!
And the waterworks started.
Damn you, I Am Legend monsters, for doing that to that dog.
Is that just like the easy way to make people cry? Just kill a dog?
Just kill a dog.
My next book.
Kill man's best friend.
My next book.
It's just going to be 22 pages of killing dogs. You might have some people come in and talk to you about that after you've written it, Ricky.
If I can even get it drawn.
Although there is that a book of bunny suicides that was around a few years ago.
Yeah, but that's like funny.
Yeah.
It's not like gruesome.
Red Rover Charlie #1 going to be on shelves in December 2013. So that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more previews, reviews in the coming days. Take care, everyone.